Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. An emergency broadcast to let you know that the markets are moving quite dramatically this Monday morning. That's right, the 9th of November. A November to remember for more reasons than one. You know, for those of you who aren't aware, I do a Sunday night market watch when the Asian markets open up, to see what gold and silver do. Sometimes news breaks over the weekend, as we saw this past weekend, as major media outlets calling the presidential race for Joe Biden. And I thought, well, maybe we would see gold and silver go down because the Asian markets will probably be pretty happy about that news. Well, they did go down, but it took hours later because they originally rose during that time. But they went down this morning, but for the reasons different than what I had suspected. That's right, the gold and silver is down quite dramatically. Gold went down almost $90 an ounce. Silver well over $1 an ounce. Down, a smackdown, based off of news that Pfizer has come up with a vaccine that is very close to being approved, that has a 90% effective rate. This is very good news, for sure. And you know, I think with the FDA, I think it's got to be 50% or higher. So this is actually very encouraging. And that the phase 3 trials for this virus, or for this vaccine, has proven very effective and with very little side effects or any complications. And I believe this is one of those vaccines that takes multiple shots to incur. But nonetheless, it's encouraging news and its effectiveness, and we'll see how that plays out. This is a part of President Trump's initiative known as Operation Warp Speed, to try to get a vaccine out there. Now, obviously, the ramifications of such a thing, people have disagreements on. I'm a little nervous about taking any vaccine, much less a COVID vaccine that was rushed very quickly through. But make no mistake, it is encouraging news for the markets because the Dow Jones Industrial Average is now up well over 1,200 points. In fact, I think at one point it had risen to almost 1,500 points. And gold or silver are being hit very hard right now, with their prices are down dramatically. Like I said, gold almost $90 an ounce difference down, and silver down well over $1, and platinum is down as well. But it is quite interesting and fascinating, and news really in a sense to be expected. Although the effective rate of the vaccine, I think, is quite telling, and that part is somewhat unexpected. And as you know, the markets react to this type of news. Now, tomorrow can be a very different day in the marketplace, but they're saying that this vaccine could get approval before the end of the month. And if that's the case, I think that would be obviously good news for the prospects, especially for those that are at high risk, and certainly not a problem. I don't think I would have a problem taking it if I was in a high risk category, especially if it's deadly at those age or other conditions that could multiply the symptoms of this thing. But notwithstanding, this is about the markets and about the perception of how that is going to affect things in the marketplace. That means there may be some hope that things may open up again soon, and we won't have to be as worried. Although I believe that it will be quite some time before we get to that level, because not only do you have logistics involved, which I know that is one of the things that the Trump administration has been working on, and distribution factors for this vaccine. But once it's approved and out there, we'll see how this plays out. But this is on the back end of more cases of the COVID-19 virus increasing over the past week here. And so it certainly is concerning in one way, but encouraging news in the other way. And what does the market look for? They are craving good news in these days and age, and that is, I think, what's partly affected this. So, good news on the pike there is going to affect, and the markets are popping because of it. And because of that, well, gold and silver are suffering. Now, I have not looked at the dollar index because that's also a major indicator, but my guess is that is probably up as well in conjunction with the markets, and we'll see how it all plays out. And again, this could be just short-lived, or the losses could be extended as the day goes on. We will certainly keep track and keep watch, but I wanted to take a little bit of time here to do this video, and as very rarely do I come out and do a video in the middle of the workday like this, but I felt it was important, and this is one of those times where we're seeing movements in the market because of major news hitting, and so we'll see. But you know how the news cycle is. 15 minutes later, something else could come up or could squash this encouraging news. Or maybe there's some caveat to this vaccine thing that maybe people aren't seeing right now. We'll see how it all plays out. Very, very good. So considering the fact that I'm kind of rushing through this, obviously I don't have a tripod, so I apologize for the shaky nature of the video here. But what you're looking at here is a pocket piece that I carry with me. It's a Silver Eagle, and I've carried this with me since 1990. And I will post a link at the end screen of this video for the story behind this particular coin. Yes, indeed, for those who are interested in it. But just like this particular Silver Eagle has been eroded, well, so are prices for silver being eroded right now, too. And as many of you understand, when the silver price, when gold goes down, silver tends to go down even more. It's much more volatile. And as we saw on Sunday night's Market Watch, when gold goes up, silver tends to go up even more. And if we do continue to see the prices turn around and start to go back upwards, we will see the gold to silver ratio narrow, I believe, further. But it has been a slow process, as many people, including myself, feel like that ratio should be much more narrow than it is now, considering where we're at with these prices. So we'll see how it all plays out in the end. But I thought I would share this quick market update here. In the mid-morning of the trading day. Of course, by the time this is uploaded, it'll probably be later than that, and when you see it, but fascinating indeed. So post your thoughts in the comment section below about this news and where you think gold and silver will go. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for taking the time to watch, and encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.